front row access to the race that stomps the nation, including Cup winner Johnny Met taking Sam for a ride next week on Sunrise.
In Seven's Money Watch, the share market has closed slightly lower today. The Commonwealth Bank down 93 cents and our major miners were mixed. Qantas shares fell after increasing its stake in the Jetstar Japan joint venture. Woolworths gained 5 cents and Wesfarmers, owner of rival Coles, added 69 cents at close. One Australian dollar is buying just under 95 US cents and 69 euro cents. Patrons at the Flying Scotsman pub in Mount Lawley got a scare last night when part of the first floor moved. It happened shortly before 8 o'clock at the official launch of the Beaufort Street Festival. Fortunately, no one was injured. The City of Vincent says the building will now be assessed, but it's not known if it'll be repaired in time for the Beaufort Street Festival in just over 2 weeks. As we prepare to do our Christmas shopping, the Prime Minister wants us to think small. Tony Abbott has helped launch a new campaign to encourage us to buy our gifts from small businesses and give the ultimate Christmas present by keeping millions of Australians employed.
No prizes for guessing what's on Tony Abbott's shopping list.
If I can find a solid blue tie, I'm going to buy a solid blue tie.
And that's exactly what he did.
There we go. I'm going to take that one off your hands, mate. Okay? Yeah.
The Prime Minister putting his money where his mouth is in support of the new Shop Small campaign ahead of Christmas.
November is a big month for small businesses.
They really are at the heart of so many Australian towns and suburbs.
In Australia, there are more than 2 million small businesses employing 5 million people, but new figures show 65% of owners feel forgotten and more than half find it hard to compete.
One of the things it might do is change some of the behaviour of people. They've been trapped into going into big shopping malls.
Most Australians say they recognise the importance of small businesses.
Definitely try and support a small guy.
I feel that they've got more of an Australian affiliation.
But 92% admit they overlook them.
Go for the cheaper, most of the time.
Quite often they don't have what you are after.
While the industry welcomes the month-long campaign, what it really wants for Christmas is understanding. Peter Strong says most Australians simply don't realise what's at stake.
In small business, if you're inefficient and you close, you lose your house.
Leading to a not-so-merry Christmas. Alex Hart, 7 News.
Miss Universe 2013 is just over a week away, but already 70 WA hopefuls are training hard for next year's contest. As Samantha Jolly discovered, it's not all makeup and high heels. The WA girls are put through their paces in a special beauty boot camp.
What does psychology have to do with a beauty contest? A lot, it seems.
There's 4 parts to our personality, represented by 4 colours on these cards.
These Perth girls are all vying to be Miss Universe 2014, while they're already genetically blessed. A special coaching program is teaching them about more than just walking and posing.
The questions that you get asked over in Melbourne are tough and you need to have an opinion and be confident in that opinion.
The girls were picked during an open registration day in the city a few weeks ago, part of their training how to handle themselves in a business setting.
Hi Daniela, how are you? Give me a firmer handshake, Daniela.
And fine dining etiquette.
And which knife would you start with?
Outside.
Outside, excellent. So you work from the outside in?
Interview strategies, health and styling are also taught.
The warms are going to be better for you. That's probably a little cool.
Their first official event, a corporate charity golf day.
Yeah! It's a really good opportunity for them to step outside their comfort zone, interacting with people they don't know.
It's very much about who you are on the inside as well, because it comes out on stage.
WA is the only state that runs this kind of beauty boot camp.
I believe it's what helps set us apart from the other states.
Samantha Jolly, 7 News.
The Commonwealth Games baton relay has arrived in WA. Swimmer Eamon Sullivan carried the baton into East Fremantle Primary School this morning. Eager students got to hold the famous Queen's baton. The baton set off from Buckingham Palace earlier this month on its 190,000-kilometre journey around the Commonwealth. Today's visit is the first leg of a 5-day tour across Australia ahead of the Games on the Gold Coast in 2018. Ryan Daniels is here with sport now. The AFL fixtures are out, Ryan.
They are, Rick, and after a great season, the Dockers will have a tougher run next year. But the draw is kinder to the West Coast Eagles. The AFL hand Adam Simpson a chance to shine early.
And they are motoring the West Coast Eagles.
And they've done it again. India chased down a monster total.
This is big. This is massive.
The West Coast Eagles have been handed a dream start to the 2014 season. The AFL released their fixtures today, with West Coast playing their first 3 games against bottom 4 sides, while Fremantle's impressive 2013 means they'll take centre stage next season. The first grand final appearance in club history has pushed Fremantle to top billing for the 2014 season. Freo has been rewarded with 3 Friday night games, including the first game of the season against Collingwood on March 14 and a grand final rematch with Hawthorn in round 3.
It's the first time in what will be our 20th season that we'll get the chance to launch the AFL season, something perhaps we probably wouldn't have envisaged a few years ago.
It'll be a tough road back to the GF for the Dockers. They play the other top 4 sides 5 times and play the bottom 5 teams just once each. West Coast will have no excuse in 2014. Thanks to a bottom 6 finish, they've been handed a dream fixture. The Eagles start their season with 3 winnable games against the Bulldogs, Melbourne and St Kilda. They play the bottom 5 teams from 2013 8 times. But the Eagles' disappointing season has seen them snubbed by the AFL. West Coast given no Thursday or Friday night games next year. The Western Derbies are in round 7 and round 15, while the 2014 grand final will be held on September 27. And it may feel like footy's just finished, but there's only 104 days till the start of the NAB Cup. As part of a new format, we'll see 18 games in 18 days, starting on the 12th of Feb, while Arena Joondalup will host a pre-season Western Derby on a Tuesday night. The one-day series in India is going down to the wire, and the Aussies can hardly believe it. Again, they scored at 7 and over. Centuries from Shane Watson and George Bailey ensured a daunting target of 351.
And that's the highest score by an Australian captain against India.
But for the second time this series, India chased it down. Kohli's 115 came from just 66 balls, leaving the skipper shaking his head.
I think generally we're pretty upbeat. We're still playing good cricket. If we're getting knocked over for 180 or they're getting those runs in the 40th over, then we start asking questions.
The series is now tied at 2-2. The deciders on Saturday in Bangalore. England have made a shaky start to their Ashes tour. In a 3-day tour match against a WA Chairman's 11 at the Wacker Ground, the visitors have had trouble snaring wickets. WA are 4 for 360 nearing stumps on day 1, thanks to a century from Chris Lynn. And in a busy day for WA cricket, the Warriors took on Victoria at the MCG in the Sheffield Shield. The Warriors were cruising at 3 for 218 until Fawad Ahmed prompted the WA collapse, taking 6 for 68. John Rogers finished on 95. The Vics are none for 33 at stumps on day 2. We're counting down to the Melbourne Cup Carnival, and today some of our international hopefuls got a taste of our Aussie wildlife.
Oh, lovely, isn't they? Yeah, I'll take one home, can I?
Very sweet, very nice person. I'll have him as a pet.
Leading contender Dan Dino had its last major hit out ahead of next Tuesday's race. The carnival is live on 7, starting with Derby Day on Saturday. And that's all in sport. Here's Rick.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay with us. Ange will join us live again from Adventure World with the latest weather details, and I'll tell you where to find Perth's best priced fuel.
At 6:30.
Now, Fuel Watch. Perth's petrol prices. Brought to you by Fuel Watch and 7 News.
Hello again. Being Halloween and the launch of Adventure World's thrilling new ride, Abyss, there's quite an eerie vibe down here, and a few brave souls are starting to arrive to be the first in Western Australia to test out Abyss. Now, Abyss is Adventure World's newest white knuckle ride. The roller coaster features 4 inversions through daylight and even a secret dark section, as well as a 0G roll, and there's plenty of loops, drops and mind-bending twists that are sure to get your adrenaline pumping. Now let's take a look at the weather, and right now now in Perth, it's 19.7 degrees and winds from the southwest. Today's max was more than 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. At 11:30 this morning, it was capped at 25.6 after the mercury fell to 16 degrees overnight. And most places across the metro saw a warm night, and maximums today ranged from 22 degrees at Rottnest up to 28 in Bullsbrook and 32 in Northam. Quite a contrast to the last few days. Now, the state's hotspot was Paraburdoo, where it got to 41 degrees, and it was coldest overnight in York. Around the state tomorrow, there's a chance of afternoon storms for Broome and Kununurra, sunny and 37 for Exmouth, partly cloudy and 27 for Geraldton and 24 in Bunbury. Some drizzle forecast for Albany and the risk of a storm in Esperance, but sunny and hot again in Kalgoorlie. Now, the reason for the cooler change today can be put down to the west coast trough drifting inland, but another one's expected to build in the west coast over the weekend, shifting winds more easterly that'll push the mercury up. Interstate, Adelaide will be warm and sunny. Sunny for Melbourne too, 23 at the top there, partly cloudy in Hobart. Early showers possible for Sydney, Brisbane sunny and 27, and storms for Darwin. Now, there's a strong wind warning for local waters. Southerly winds will reach 30 knots, seas and swell to around the 2 metre mark. And Perth can expect a high of 28 tomorrow, warming up on Saturday to a top of 30, then sunny and 36 on Sunday. Hot again Monday with a chance of a storm, but cooler on Tuesday, then warming up after that. And before I go, congratulations to Yop and Hank Delphos from Careen, who've been married 60 years today. That's all from me here at Adventure World. Make sure you get down here and experience Abyss for yourself. Happy Halloween. It's time for Powerball.
Get your tickets ready. It's time for the Powerball draw. One Powerball.
Hi everyone, Charlie Duffy here with you for tonight's Powerball. Tonight is draw number 911. To take home tonight's Division 1 prize, you'll need to match all 6 winning numbers plus the Powerball. Total Division 1 prize pool, if won for tonight, is $3 million. So to start us off with, number 36, followed by lucky 13. Total prize pool for tonight is over $6.5 million. Number 28. Our draw officials and government supervisor are with me tonight. Good evening, gentlemen. Number 4. Last week we had one lucky Division 1 winner who picked up over $30 million. Can you imagine? Number 34. And don't forget, if we jackpot tonight, $6 million will be on offer in next week's Powerball draw. Number 17, and now to the Powerball. Tonight's Powerball is number 19, so to recap, we have number 36, 13, 28, 4, 34, 17, and the Powerball's number 19. Good night.
They're the Body Eye Rangers. It's our job to look after the environment, both sea and land. If you want to know more about Lottery West grants, please give them a call or check them on the website.
That's all the news for now. We'll have updates later in the evening, and now here's Mark Gibson with Today Tonight.